All right. Welcome to the Stinky Cheese Man and other fairly stupid tales.
Bingo, bango, bongo. All right, so we're doing proper British this time. So, once upon a time, Chicken Licken was standing around when a piece of something fell on her head. She wasn't the brightest thing on two legs, so she started running around in circles, clucking. The sky is falling! The sky is falling! We must tell the president! Chicken Licken ran to her friend Ducky Lucky and clucked. Lucky, lucky, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. We must tell the president. I guess you can be Ducky Lucky,
Let's go.
quacked Ducky Lucky. Chicken Licken and Ducky Lucky ran to their friend Goosey Lucy and yelled,
I think it's you.
Goosey Lucy! Goosey Lucy! The sky is falling! The sky is falling! We must tell the president!
Honk, let's go.
Honked Goosey Lucy. Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, and Goosey Lucy ran to their friend Cocky Lucky and yelled,
Yelled that I'm moving.
Cocky Lucky! Cocky Lucky! The sky is falling! The sky is falling! We must tell the president!
Let's go.
Crowed Cocky Lucky.
Hold on, let me see if I can get this. Just. Whoever did the scan of this didn't really do a good job. There we go.
Okay, I guess I'm Jack the narrator. Wait a minute, cried Jack the narrator. I forgot the table of contents. I forgot the table of contents. Hey, you're not in this story, said Chicken Licken. I know, said Jack the narrator. But I came to warn you, the table of contents is... The sky is falling! The sky is falling! Clucked Chicken Licken. We must tell the president! So Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky ignored Jack the narrator, me, and ran off to catch a plane to Washington. Just outside the airport, they met Foxy Loxy. Foxy Loxy! Foxy Loxy! The sky is falling! The sky is falling! We
You
must
okay?
tell the president!
Wait.
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
Oh, because you stopped for a minute.
No, I didn't.
It didn't catch it then.
Where did I last leave off?
When you were saying Foxy Loxy, Foxy Loxy.
Foxy Loxy! Foxy Loxy! The sky is falling! The sky is falling! We must tell the president! Yelled Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky.
Well, come with me.
Said Foxy Loxy.
I know a shortcut to the airport.
Foxy Loxy led Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky to his cave. He didn't get to eat them, though, because Chicken Licken was almost right. The sky wasn't falling. The table of contents was. It fell and squished everybody. The end.
All right, so I'll tell the next story. We'll go through
All
like that.
those, all those motherfuckers are dead.
Once upon a time, there was a prince, and this prince's dad and mom, the king and queen, somehow got it into their royal heads that no princess would be good enough for their boy unless she could feel a pea through 100 mattresses. So it should come as no surprise that the prince had a very hard time finding a princess. Every time he met a nice girl, his mom and dad would pile 100 mattresses on top of a pea and then invite her to sleep over. When the princess came down for breakfast, the queen would ask, "How did you sleep, dear?" And the princess would politely say, "Fine, thank you." and the king would show her the door. Now this went on for 3 years, and of course nobody ever felt the pea under the 100 mattresses. One day the prince met a girl of his dreams. He decided he better do something about it. That night, before the princess went to bed, the prince slipped his bowling ball under the 100 mattresses. When the princess came down for breakfast the next morning, the queen asked, "How did you sleep, dear?" This might sound odd," said the princess, "but I think you need another mattress. I felt like I was sleeping on a lump as big as a bowling ball." The king and queen were satisfied, and the prince and princess were married, and everyone lived happily, though maybe not completely honestly, ever after. The end. Oh, you get to do the ugly duckling unless you want me to do another one.
I can do whatever.
You keep getting the 2-page ones.
Once upon a time, there was a mother duck and a father duck who had 7 baby ducklings. 6 of them were regular-looking ducklings. The 7th was a really ugly duckling. Everyone used to say, "What a nice-looking bunch of ducklings, all except that one. Boy, he's really ugly." The really ugly duckling heard these people, but he didn't care. He knew that one day he would probably grow up to be a swan, and be bigger and look better than anything in the pond. Well, as it turned out, he was just a really ugly duckling, and he grew up to be just a really ugly duck. The end.
I love how twisted this is. The Other Frog Prince. Once upon a time. Well, hold on, let me see if I can do this better. Hopefully, this is big enough for you guys. Again, this is just a test. We'll do more of these books if you guys like it. Once upon a time, there was a frog. One day, when he was sitting on his lily pad, he saw a beautiful princess sitting by the pond. He hopped in the water, swam over to her, and poked his head out of the weeds. "Pardon me, oh beautiful princess," he said in his most sad and pathetic voice. "I wonder if you could help me." The princess was about to jump up and run when he felt sorry for the frog, with this sad and pathetic voice. So she asked, "Oh, what can I do to help you, little frog?" "Well," said the frog, "I'm not really a frog, but a handsome prince who was turned into a frog by a wicked witch's spell, and the spell can only be broken by the kiss of a beautiful princess." The princess thought about this for a second, then lifted the frog from the pond and kissed him. "I was just kidding," said the frog. He jumped back into the pond, and the princess wiped the frog slime off her lips. The end.
And a relationship was born. Little Red Riding Shorts. Oh my god. All right. Okay, I've got things running smoothly now, said Jack, the narrator. And this next story is even better than the last 3. See, it's about this girl who runs very fast and always wears red running shorts. That's where her name comes from, get it? So anyway, this girl is running to her granny's house when she meets a wolf. He tricks her into taking the long way while he takes the shortcut. Now this is the good part because Red runs so fast that she beats the wolf to Granny's house. He knocks on the door, Red answers it, and guess what she says? "My, what slow feet you have!" And that's it, the end. Is that great or what? So sit back, relax, and enjoy Little Red Running Shorts. And now, like I already said, Little Red Running Shorts.
You just
told
told the whole story.
Says Little Red Running
I
Shorts.
stole your part.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
We're not going to tell it again.
You can't say that, says Jack. You have to start with Once Upon a Time.
You want to be the wolf?
No way, says the wolf. You blew it. But you guys are next. Look at the title at the top of the page. Little Red Running Shorts. That's you.
Let's go, Red. Let's go, wolf.
That's still your line.
No, I think that... Oh, is it? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the parentheses don't until the second line, yeah.
Let's go, wolf. We're out of here.
Wait. You can't do this. Your story is supposed to be 3 pages long. What do I do when I turn the page?
I'll tell you
God
this.
damn it.
I planted the wheat, I watered the wheat, I harvested the wheat. Now do I get to tell my story? Said the little red hen. Say what's going on here. Why is that page blank? Is that my page? Where's that lazy dog? Where's that lazy cat? Where's that lazy mouse? How do you expect me to tell the whole story by myself? Where is that lazy narrator? Where is that lazy illustrator? Where's that lazy author?
I'm going to KFC later just to spite you.
Fuck you.
Oh, Jack's bean problem.
Yeah, this one's gonna be okay. There we go. I got it all on the page.
Yeah, that's gonna be funky. Hang on. I can't read the very.
It says forget that hen.
Forget that hen. Now it's time for the best story in the whole book. My story. Because once upon a time, I traded our last cow for 3 magic beans and hey, giant! What are you doing down here? You're wrecking my whole story. I don't like that story, said the giant. You always trick me. It's the best part, said Jack. Fee, fi, fo, fori. I have made my own story. Great rhyme, giant, and I'm sure your story is just as good, but there's no room for it, so why don't you climb back up the beanstalk? I'll be up in a few minutes to steal your gold and your singing hop thing, whatever you have there. I'll grind your bones to make my bread. I knew you'd understand, and there's another little thing that's been bugging me. Could you please stop talking in uppercase letters? It really messes up the page. I will read my own story now, said the giant, and he did.
God, I love how stupid this is. The end of the evil stepmother said, I'll huff and puff and give you 3 wishes. The beast changed into 7 dwarves, happily ever after, for a spell had been cast by a wicked witch once upon a time.
What's your story? Said Jack. You've got to be kidding. That's not a fairly stupid tale. That's an incredibly stupid tale. That's an unbelievably stupid tale. That is the most stupid tale I have ever... Ugh! The giant grabbed Jack and dragged him to the next page.
I love how weird the artwork is.
I swear to God. Take it! Get your hand off my out! Ah! Get off my ankle!
Oh, fucking hell, I wonder if I can do this. Once upon a time, there was a giant. The giant squeezed Jack and said... Do you want me to do this?
Oh boy, okay. Tell
I
me
will
a
read
better
the very
story.
bottom, don't worry.
Tell me a better story, or I will grind your bones to make my bread, and when your story is finished, I will grind your bones to make my bread anyway.
The giant laughed an ugly laugh, and Jack thought,
He'll kill me if I do. He'll kill me if I don't. There's only one way to get around this.
Jack cleared his throat, then began his story. Hold on. Actually, don't remember if all of that is actual. It's just the same thing over and over again, by the way.
Oh. So, we already read it all then.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think I even caught that as a kid either, that they were doing that. The Cinder Rumpelstiltskin, or the girl who really blew it. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl named Cinderella who lived with her wicked stepmother and 2 ugly stepsisters. These step-relatives were not only wicked and ugly, they also made Cinderella clean the house every day. One day, the local prince announced that he was holding a fabulous ball at his castle. Everyone was invited. The stepmother and stepsister got all dressed up to go, but as usual, they made Cinderella clean the house, so she didn't have time to get ready. After the stepmother and stepsisters left for the ball, Cinderella just sat down and cried. Just then, a little man appeared. You want to play Little Man, or you want me to do it?
I can do the little man. Hang on a second.
You need me to make it a little bigger?
Yeah, just a little bit.
How's that?
That should do. Please don't cry.
He said.
I can help you spin straws into gold.
I don't think that'll do me much good, said Cinderella. I need a fancy dress, glass slippers, and a coach,
Would you like to guess my name?
said the clever little man. Cinderella looked at him. No, not really.
Come on. Do you think it's Chester?
If you don't have a dress, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, just guess a name, any name, for the love of God, woman.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, and ooh, boy, are you strange, said Cinderella. Then she closed the door and left the little man standing outside screaming.
Rumpelstiltskin! Rumpelstiltskin! Rumpelstiltskin, you damn bitch!
When the stepmother and stepsisters got home from the ball, Cinderella told them about the strange little man. They still made her clean the house. And meaner still, they changed her name to Cinder Rumpelstiltskin. Actually, if I remember, Cinderella is actually supposed to be an insult.
It is, because she cleaned up cinders. That was from the fireplace. That was why that was the name.
I'm going to lower it, make it a little smaller. There we go.
Oh, the tortoise in the hare.
All yours.
Once upon a time, there was a tortoise who was very slow, but very dependable. He would always get where he set out to go. It just took him longer than most people. One day, Rabbit saw Tortoise walking slowly but surely down the road and said, Tortoise, you are so slow, I could probably grow hair faster than you run. Oh, yeah? Said Tortoise slowly. Yeah, said Rabbit. So they decided to race. On the day of the big race, Tortoise and Rabbit lined up at the starting line. Owl said,
On your mark.
On your
Get
mark. Okay, you can do it, you can do it.
On your mark. Get set. Grow.
Tortoise started to run. Rabbit started to grow his hair.
I love how stupid this fucking book is.
Tortoise ran. Rabbit grew his hair. 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 Tortoise is still running. Rabbit is still growing his hair. Not the end.
The Stinky Cheese Man. Once upon a time, there was a little old woman and a little old man who lived together in a little old house. They were the little old lady decided to make a man out of stinky cheese. She gave him a piece of bacon for a mouth and 2 olives for eyes and put him in the oven to cook.
Honestly, that sounds delicious.
Do you want it alive, though?
I mean, will it scream when I start to eat it?
You get a 50-50 shot.
I'm willing to take that chance.
When she opened the oven to see if he was done, the smell knocked her back. Phew! What's that terrible smell? She cried. The Stinky Cheese Man hopped out of the oven and ran out the door, calling, Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man. Oh my God, I still remember that one from heart without even reading it.
Yeah, actually, I remember that very clearly now, too.
We probably tortured teachers with that. The little old lady and the little old man sniffed the air. You want to be the little old man?
Sure. All right, hang on a sec. Where are we?
Here,
I'm not really very hungry,
said the little old man. I'm not really all that lonely, said the little old lady, so they didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man. The Stinky Cheese Man ran and ran until he met a cow eating grass in a field. Wow, what's that awful smell? Said the cow. The Stinky Cheese Man said, I've run away from the little old lady and a little old man, and I can run away from you too, I can. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man. The cow gave another sniff and said, I'll bet you could give someone 2 or 3 stomach aches. So the cow didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man either. The Stinky Cheese Man ran and ran until he met some kids playing outside school. Gross, said a little girl. What's that nasty smell? I've run away from the little old lady and the little old man and a cow, and I can run away from you too, I can. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the Stinky Cheese Man. The little boy looked up the air and said, if we catch him, our teacher will probably make us eat him. Oh, let's get out of here. So the kid didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man either. And by and by, the Stinky Cheese Man came to a river with no bridge. However will I cross this river? It's too big to jump, and if I try to swim across, I'll probably fall apart, said you-know-who. Just then, the sly fox, who shows up in a lot of these stories, poked his head out of the bushes. Why, just hop on my back and I'll carry you across, Stinky Cheese Man. How do I know you won't eat me? Trust me, said the fox. So the Stinky Cheese Man hopped on the fox's back. The fox swam in the middle of the river and said, Oh man, what is that funky smell? The fox coughed and gagged and sneezed, and the Stinky Cheese Man fell off his back and into the river, where he fell apart. The end.
At least they knew to kill their abominations.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
God.
all you.
Be very quiet. I moved the end paper up here so the giant would think the book is over. The big lug is finally asleep. Now I can sneak out of here. Just turn the page very quietly, and that will be the...
I found the wheat, I planted the wheat, I grew the wheat and harvested the wheat. I ground the wheat, wrong voice. I ground the wheat, I made the dough, I baked the bread, said the little red hen. And did anyone help me? Did anyone save space for my store? So now, said the little red hen, who thinks they're gonna help me eat the bread? It's you,
Bread.
said the giant.
Eat.
Said the giant.
And it's dead.
The end. So that was the Stinky Cheese Man. I know some people might remember that from their childhood, but I thought it'd be a little fun to look back on an old story like this.
I want to melt olives, bacon, and cheese onto French fries now.
Is that what you're going to have for a late dinner?
No, because I don't have the olives or the bacon.
Or the cheese?
No, I have cheese.
Well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad.